Today, the life scenario you are about to experience is the lifetime of a Russian mafia godfather. You wake up on a mattress that reeks of sweat and cigarette smoke. You once thought being a gangster was cool. The cold concrete floor presses against your bare feet. 3 other men are sleeping beside you, but you do not know their names. In this organization, names do not matter. Right now, you are nothing more than a new recruit. Fetch cigarettes for Dmitry. Polish the black Mercedes until it shines. Deliver his envelopes to the warehouse. Do not look inside, do not ask questions. Your hands are always dirty, wiping away blood, running errands. Following orders, the old men only call you kid when they can be bothered to acknowledge you. Most of the time, you are invisible. A piece of furniture that moves whenever someone needs it to. Your payment is leftover food and loose change. Sometimes you receive nothing at all. You sleep in basements and abandoned apartments, always ready to run another errand. But you are listening, you are watching. You memorize names, territories, and rules. The dream of wearing a leather jacket and commanding your own men keeps you going. So does one simple fact: trying to escape means getting beaten. A gun is heavier than you imagined. An old Makarov pistol covered in scratches and dents. Mikati hands it to you and says it will probably explode in your hand before it manages to kill anyone. Now you are a torpedo, an enforcer. You walk into a bakery, Marem, it is time to pay, your hand is trembling. The moment she sees you, all the color drains from her face. The protection payment is already 2 weeks late. Break his thumb, the boss told you, a simple job. But when you grab the baker's son, your hands start shaking. The boy is around 16. The same age you were when you first entered this life. You hear the bones snap, the boy screams. His mother begs in Russian, then in broken English, then cries out in Russian again. You walk outside carrying an envelope filled with rubles. That night you drink until your hands stop shaking. The senior members study you. Can this kid handle the work? Can he still sleep after breaking someone's bones? You are still nothing, just a small man with a gun. You drive through the neighborhood where you played football as a child. A stolen BMW purrs smoothly beneath you. Your leather jacket stretches across shoulders broadened during your time in prison. Alexei sees you coming and immediately crosses the street. You went to school together. Now he pretends not to recognize you. You are an enforcer now. The owner of the barbershop hands you an envelope without needing to be reminded. His hands are not shaking. He has learned his lesson. 3 months of shattered windows taught him the price of forgetting. You now control 4 blocks, 2 restaurants, 1 barbershop, and 3 small stores. Every one of them pays on time. Those who do not learn very quickly, your men respect you. The young torpedoes listen when you speak. You no longer fetch cigarettes or polish cars. The money still flows upward to Dmitry, but enough remains in your hands, enough to buy respect, fear, a reputation. Your mother still prays for your soul. You have already survived 2 beatings, you no longer go to church. You sit in the deepest booth of Café Europa, watching your men control the entire room. 5 hungry torpedoes stare at you as though you hold their futures in your hands, and you do. Because you have been promoted to brigade commander, Victor approaches nervously. The protection money from his territory is down 30% this month. You do not raise your voice. You do not need to. You calmly explain that disappointment has consequences. He nods. Outside, it is the middle of winter. But sweat is pouring down his forehead. The cafe owner brings you a bowl of borscht without being asked. On the house, he says, always on the house. His smile is carefully practiced fear. Your phone vibrates. Dmitry wants to see you tomorrow. Money always flows upward. But now what you keep for yourself carries real weight: a new car, a better apartment. Clothes that make you look less like a criminal and more like a successful businessman. But success attracts attention. Detective Volkov has your photograph sitting on his desk. Your legal fees now cost more than your father earned in an entire year. Prison is no longer merely a threat. It is the destination toward which you are sprinting at full speed. The Georgians are pushing into your territory from the south. Someone saw 3 of them speaking to one of your restaurant owners. That means war or retreat. Neither option is good. You light a cigarette and watch the snow fall. Your men wait for orders. The owner refills your tea. Everyone pretends this is a normal life. Tomorrow, you will make a decision that causes blood to run through the streets. Tonight, you simply sit there and smoke. Your office is above the neon nightclub. Bass from the music shakes the floor. 3 screens display surveillance footage from across your territory. 12 crews now report to you. You no longer carry a gun, you carry a phone, because now you are a boss. Captain Belov sits in front of your desk, his hat resting on his lap. An envelope slides across the polished surface. He does not mention the 30,000 rubles inside, the usual arrangement. He complains about pressure from Moscow. You remind him about his son's university tuition. He nods and leaves. Victor and Alexei are arguing over territorial boundaries. You draw a single line on a map, the dispute is over. One sentence from you ends an argument that could have started a war. That is real power, not fists, not guns. The ability to make problems disappear. Your daughter calls from her private school. She needs money for a skiing trip. You transfer it from one of your accounts. She believes the money comes from your import-export company. She never asks what you import, smart girl. Federal investigators now have your photograph as well. Agent Kosov drives past your house twice a week, making sure you know he is watching. Your lawyer charges 50 rubles just to answer the phone. You live in two different worlds. In one, city council members laugh at your jokes during business dinners. In the other, people who cross the line disappear inside locked rooms. The cost of maintaining both worlds rises every year. Money flows upward to the Godfather, but millions remain in your hands. Enough to buy almost anything. A penthouse overlooking the entire city. Your kingdom stretches from the docks to the airport. Now you are a Godfather, 20 crews, 4 deputies, 1 empire. Mayor Volkov sits in your living room discussing a new highway project. He does not call it a bribe. He calls it a consulting fee for your construction company. 500,000 rubles to ensure that the contract goes to your people. He accepts a glass of your brandy and pretends this arrangement was his idea. Judge Petrov calls you personally about a smuggling case. Your nephew's shipment ran into an unfortunate problem. The judge explains that the evidence might disappear. Justice has become more expensive. You have not touched a weapon in 5 years, you do not need to. Your instructions pass downward through several layers. Someone else naturally pulls the trigger. Distance keeps your hands clean most of the time. You enter a restaurant, and former enemies rise from their seats and lower their heads. They remember when you were merely Dmitri's deputy, hungry, dangerous. Now you are even more frightening, now you are established. In a conference room inside the federal building, your photograph hangs on the wall. Agent Kosov briefs his team twice a week. They know your organization, your routes, your habits, your family. They are coming for you. Your son does not know what you really do. Your wife pretends not to know. For their safety, they now live in Switzerland. You think about them every day, but you cannot join them. A king cannot abandon his kingdom. The money continues flowing upward toward Moscow. What remains makes you untouchable. Until the day you are no longer untouchable. A conference room overlooks Red Square. 12 regional commanders sit around a Brazilian rosewood table. They discuss quarterly earnings like executives at a Fortune 50 corporation. The only difference is that your quarterly reports include a body count. Now you are a senior decision maker. You control the Northwestern Corridor, 6 major cities, 43 crews. An endless river of money flows from construction contracts, oil transportation, and government tenders. Your business card says Regional Development Director. Your real occupation has no official title. An assistant to Minister Petrov slides a document across the table. The new highway project needs approval. Your construction company will supply the concrete. His department will accelerate the permits. Everyone wins. Except the taxpayers who will never know the true cost. Your son graduated from Harvard Business School last month. He believes you operate a legitimate import-export company. Your daughter lives in London and manages your art gallery. It launders 50 million every year. Your children have become better criminals than you are, they simply do not know it. But success attracts federal attention. In the office of Agent Kosov's task force, your photograph is pinned to the wall. Red lines connect you to 17 unsolved cases. They know you control the Northwest. They simply do not have enough evidence yet. Your phone vibrates. The Armenians want to expand into your territory. This time there will be no guns. There will be lawyers and shell companies. Modern warfare replaces bullets with documents. You have built an empire spanning continents. Ministers answer your calls. Banks open and close accounts at your command. But an empire must be constantly fed. Blood, money, silence, it is never enough. The conference table is made of rosewood and costs more than most cars. 12 men sit in leather chairs discussing territories that stretch across continents. Billions move through the shadows. Now you are the ultimate authority. You have not left your estate in 18 months. 9-meter walls, armed guards, night vision cameras. Now the world comes to you, ambassadors. Ministers, chief executives, they all need something only you can provide. Your voice shapes governments. With a single sentence, politicians in 3 different countries can fall from power. You decide whether the oil keeps flowing. You decide whether banks open their doors. But you are more prisoner than king. Every meal must be taste tested. Every phone call must be encrypted. Every visitor must undergo a search so humiliating that even royalty would object. Paranoia keeps you alive. Your children live in distant countries under false identities. Your grandchildren will never know your real face. Love is a luxury you cannot afford. Trust died the first time you betrayed someone. The United States wants to extradite you. Russia wants to make you disappear. Your own deputies are waiting for you to show weakness. Waiting for the old lion to stumble. Everyone is loyal to the crown. But everyone dreams of wearing it. You have built an empire that devours its creator. There is no way out.